What's up, guys? I'm just outside of San Cristobal today, and I've actually rented an automatic scooter, first time in my life, and I'm riding to some Indigenous Maya villages that are only about 20 minutes outside of San Cristobal here. So I'm definitely looking forward to it. I got a bit of a late start today. It's about 3 p.m. I got to get the bike back around like 7 p.m. So yeah, I'm supposed to be going first to Chamula and then to another village after that, but I'm not 100% sure if I'm going to make it to the second one, so we'll see what happens. But yeah, I'm looking forward to this little motorcycle journey that we have going on. Definitely a little terrified, being as it's my first time. The roads aren't great and the traffic's crazy and all that kind of stuff, but yeah, anyway, so I paid I think it was 450 pesos for the day, basically, with the bike. And I'll just walk over to the bike right now. I just wanted to show this cool area. But yeah, I'm really looking forward to this, and I'll give you some more information about the village when I get there. So I'll see you guys on the road. Alright, so I finally arrived in San Juan Chamula, or as it's better known, just Chamula. And this place is very, very special and very, very unique, as it hosts the largest population of Tzotzil people in this area of Mexico. And then the Tzotzil people are actually descendants of ancient Maya. So it's really, really interesting. The culture, the language, everything is entirely different from the traditional like Spanish Mexican culture. And so there's a very famous church here that it has some Catholic influences, but it's all very like shamanic, tribal, indigenous sort of religion as well too. So I'm very much looking forward to going over there and at least seeing it. I'm not sure if I can go inside, but I'm going to try for sure. I know for a fact you can't film inside, so I know I won't be able to do that, but I definitely want to see the experience for sure. It's also very easy to distinguish the indigenous women here, as they wear these long black dresses that are made out of sheep wool. And sheep are actually very, very important in this culture and this area, as they're used for all sorts of things, including clothing and other type of textiles. So yeah, it's such an interesting culture, and I'd love to learn a little bit more about it. So I'm at the Cathedral of San Juan now, and this is the most iconic and important building in the city of Chamula. So it's modeled after a Catholic style church, and there are some Catholic influences to it, but it's actually for like the indigenous religion, so it's like very shamanic, very tribal, and I guess inside is supposed to be quite incredible. There's absolutely no filming, photos or anything like that, but I think it's only like 5 or 10 pesos to enter, so I'm definitely gonna go inside and have a look around and sort of see what it's actually like, and then I'll update you guys afterwards and let you know sort of my experience in there. I've heard there's like pine needles all over the floor, and there's no like pews like a normal church, and it's lit with candle and everything, so it seems very, very interesting. Definitely my kind of place. Alright, so I've just come outside the cathedral now. I maybe spent 20 or 30 minutes in there. I can honestly say I've never experienced anything like that in my life. It's like nothing else I've ever seen. You go inside and it's all marble floors, but it's covered in pine needles, and everywhere that you can see is just candles and candles and candles, and the walls and the floors and the ceilings are covered in flowers. So you can really see how the religion is very nature-based, and people are in there with candles, eggs. There was a guy in there with a chicken, and then they have some sort of alcohol as well that they're drinking. It's just a very, very interesting experience. Like I said, it's like nothing I've ever experienced before, and I wish I understood more. Maybe getting a guide would be a good option for him to explain a little bit more in depth, but a very, very spiritual experience in there. You can feel sort of like the shamanic aspect of this religion. So yeah, I'm really glad I came here. It's very, very cool. It's really unfortunate I couldn't get anything on film or camera, but really, really interesting. I'm gonna go walk around the town a little bit as well too before it gets dark. It's only like a 20-minute ride back to town, so I can push it a little bit, but yeah, it's been incredible. I'm just inside of this super cool market now. They're selling foods, fruits, vegetables, and a bunch of handmade stuff as well too. It looks like they're starting to close up, but it's so interesting. The culture is just so different from anywhere else in Mexico. It's unbelievable. So the Tzotzil people actually resisted the arrival of the Spanish in the 1500s, and then later in the 1800s they actually staged a rebellion and an attack on the colonial capital, which is San Cristobal, where I'm staying right now. So it's very, very interesting. There's so much history here. And like I said, just being only 20 minutes drive away from San Cristobal, and it feels like you're in a completely different world. So I just have a little bit of free time before I got to get back on the bike, because I do want to get on the road before dark, obviously. But I've just come down these tiny little side streets, obviously to where people are living, and like I said before, it's like a completely different world. I've never seen anything like this. Like, look at this beautiful house here. I also learned that the culture here is very traditional, and in the West we'd probably describe it as old school, but the men are cutting the firewood and tending the fields, the farms, and then the women are collecting the firewood, they're tending to the house, the families. So they have a full system here of the way things work. It seems to work quite well. You see almost every house here has big piles of firewood, and yeah, it's just very basic but very interesting. Alright guys, just about back at the bike now. I didn't quite get to film as much as I'd hoped, and obviously I didn't get a chance to go to the other town as well, but it's very interesting to be here. I didn't get run out of town by angry Indigenous people for filming, so that's definitely a plus. And my bike is still here, so I'd say all in all it's a successful day. I think just unfortunately I got to experience more of it than you guys got to. But hopefully the video will still be interesting enough. Yeah, I'm back at the bike now. Hope you guys enjoyed the day. I definitely did. And wish me luck on the ride back. Take care guys, see you in the next one.